everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today, we are actually going to be comparing two different concealers. Now, I just did a review on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, which I actually ended up liking. Now, some of you started mentioning to me that a lot of different YouTubers were comparing this to the Tarte Shape Tape, calling it a dupe. A dupe meaning that it is a less expensive version of the higher end product. So I'm really curious to see how they wear side by side. That is why I am going to be filming it for you all, wearing both concealers throughout the day, checking in, and seeing how they perform stacked up against one another. Now, before I get started, I do want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you that have taken the time out of your day to not only watch my videos, but to hit the subscribe button, to actually subscribe to my channel. Now, a subscriber of mine, Celine, mwah, I love you, girl. Thank you for watching. She mentioned last night that I've hit 40,000 subscribers, and I'm like, wait, is she right? Like, what? And so I went to go check, and sure enough, yes, I have. I believe I'm a little bit over that, and I just couldn't believe it because it just feels like, you know, not that long ago I had started my channel just simply for my friends back home and for us to just kind of stay connected and for me to have some sort of an outlet. And now I have, you know, you guys that follow me and that actually genuinely like my opinion and want to hear my opinion. It's just so like out of this world to me. So thank you all so much. I really wanted to say that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on. So in this video, instead of just color correcting the one side and seeing how one concealer wears with and without a color corrector, I've gone ahead and I've already seen how they both wear with a color corrector, without a color corrector. I will link my original reviews to both of these concealers down below in case you're interested. I'm going to be wearing them both with a color corrector, with a setting powder. I'm going to be wearing them the way that I feel is going to make them perform better throughout the day. So I'm going to go ahead, jump off camera, apply some foundation onto the entire face, and of course color correct the under eye area, and then I will come right back in order to apply the concealers to the dark circles. Okay, so now I'm back with foundation on the face, color corrector under the eyes, and it is time to conceal. Now I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape on the right and my Photo Focus concealer on the left. Tarte Shape Tape shade that I always use is medium, and the Photo Focus concealer shade that I'm going to be using is medium peach. So let's get started. So I'm going to apply this the way that I normally would, which is just a little triangle here. I say little, but I don't really mean that little, as you can see. And then I'm going to blend it out. All right, so now I've got my Tarte Shape Tape in place. Now I'm going to grab my Photo Focus concealer and apply it onto the other under eye area. So I'm also going to be applying this in a triangle shape underneath the eye. Okay, so far they do look pretty similar. We'll see though. I'm going to go ahead and, per usual, set the under eye area. Okay, so now that I have gone ahead and applied the concealers and set them, I'm going to go ahead, zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after initially applying both. Okay, so as you can see right now, they look pretty darn similar. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they wear throughout the day compared to one another. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on my face. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, so now I am back with a full face of makeup, and so far the concealers are still looking the same. It is currently 12:02 in the afternoon, so I will come back at around 4 o'clock or so, roughly, in order to do a midday check-in. See you soon. Okay, so now I am back for a midday check-in. It is currently 4:47, so I've had these concealers on for about 4.5 hours now. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after 4.5 hours of wear. Okay, so as you can see, both sides are actually wearing pretty similarly. I'm not getting much creasing with either product. I did set it though, so there is that to remember. and I feel like I'm getting the same amount of coverage, although I think I get a little bit more coverage on this side than I do on this side. And just excuse that right there and that right there, as I have had allergies all day, and so my eyes have been excessively watery, so I don't blame the concealers for that whatsoever. But aside from that, I feel like they're wearing pretty much almost the same. Okay, so as you can see, midway mark, both concealers are pretty much wearing the exact same way right now. I'm pretty surprised because I didn't think that they would, but they are. So, like I said, it's still like around 4:45, so I am going to come back, and I do plan on finishing off my day at around 7 o'clock, 7:30, something like that, just to get a full day's worth of wear out of the concealers. So I will see you all back here shortly. Okay, so now I am back with my final check-in. It is currently 7:34, so a little bit short of a full 8 hours of wear. And before I jump into the final conclusion, my final conclusion, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you all in so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after almost 8 hours of wear. Alright, so here is the under eye area after almost 8 hours. As you can see, I don't have much creasing, if any, on the Tarte Shape Tape side. I have a little bit of creasing underneath the eye with the Photo Focus concealer, but other than that, I feel like they actually did wear quite similar. I do feel, however, that I get more coverage with my Tarte Shape Tape than I do with the Photo Focus concealer, but aside from that, they were pretty similar. So as you can see, this is a pretty good dupe. And I say pretty close just simply because, like I stated when you all were up close and personal, I feel like I get more coverage on the Shape Tape. But I got really good coverage and it stood the test of time. I hate the fact that it comes in only 6 shades because I feel like a lot of people would love this concealer and it would benefit so many different skin tones. So yeah, it wore well, it wore similarly. I didn't get as much coverage as I do with my Tarte Shape Tape, but I would absolutely call it a dupe. Surprisingly, yes. Thank you all so much for bringing this to my attention because I don't think I would have noticed. I hadn't heard anybody calling it a dupe. And so I'm really glad that some of you pointed that out to me both on Snapchat and on the comments from my previous video, because now I have found an inexpensive dupe to my Tarte Shape Tape and I can wholeheartedly recommend that without feeling guilty and without feeling like y'all are gonna hate it, because I think that it's a good concealer. It's a really good concealer for the price. Good concealer. So those are my thoughts on the battle of the concealers. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, take care and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.